We began construction on our mudroom in the back half of our house by framing this wall and adding drywall. And now we're installing a door, then adding simple custom trim work around it, so that way this wall is 100% done before we leave today. So first up was getting the hinge side frame perfectly straight. We shimmed it until the bubble on our 4-foot level said perfect. Then we attached the door with trim head screws so they were easy to hide later. Once the hinges were solid and the door was swinging, I opened and closed it over and over again so that way I could test and make sure the gaps were even all the way around. Continued adding shims where needed, then screwed in the rest of the frame. And if you've ever installed a door, you know the gap test is a moment of truth. Perfect gap, you betcha. Then I snapped off the excess shims because they're about to be in the way, because now it's time to make this thing pretty. So we installed 1x3s along each side of the door. We're using a brad nailer to install everything, and it's on my list of most commonly used woodworking tools. Then we added a 1x2 horizontally for a bead molding reveal, then a 1x4 on top for the door header. And to finish it off, a little detail trim at the top made it feel more elegant and clean. And if you like how this door trim turned out, save this video because I'm going to do something similar for a window. And next up, I needed to hide all the seams and cracks, so I used paintable caulk because it makes for a much nicer paint job. And once everything was covered, we painted everything to match with the new wall, and now this space feels totally finished. And as we walk through this door, we enter into our beautiful bedroom. Oh.